happening amidst multiple points of view and questions over whether the parliament should actually be focusing on more burning issues. It was the marathon 10-hour debate on the national song Vande Mataram that dominated parliament, in fact still dominating as we speak. From Prime Minister Modi's opening to repartee from Priyanka Gandhi, the debate less Vasudha around the national song but more around Nehruvian legacy and historic fact check and fact counters.
Well, Veera, the Prime Minister called Vande Mataram the soul of Indian resistance against British. He said, this is one song, Bhavya Geet, that's important, not just for Viksit Bharat, for also Atmanirbharta. And he blamed Jawaharlal Nehru for truncating this song, the most important song that infused nationalist sentiment into Indians. He said it was Jawaharlal Nehru who truncated this song because he wanted to give in to the demands of the Muslim League. Now, that was the big allegation he made, citing a lot of letters. Remember, it was in the 1937 conference of the Congress Party. The Congress Party decided to use only first two stanzas officially, but yes, there's a lot of nuance to that. The Congress leaders, Congress MPs who spoke after him said that the country was in a volatile atmosphere. Then at that time, partition was about to happen, and all that was done was only because the party wanted to be sensitive about accommodation. And Priyanka Gandhi spoke on this, and she said that it was not just Jawaharlal Nehru's unilateral decision to do this, but also it involved people like Sardar Patel, B.R. Ambedkar, and several others, most importantly Rabindranath Tagore. And she asked this question, why did Shama Prasad Mukherjee, the founder of BJP, not really, retaliate against that decision then? So several disagreements there. Let's listen into that face-off between the Prime Minister and also what Priyanka Gandhi said today.
वंदे मातरम के प्रति मुस्लिम लीग की विरोध की राजनीति तेज होती जा रही थी। मोहम्मद अली जिन्ना ने लखनऊ से 15 अक्टूबर 1937 को वंदे मातरम के विरुद्ध का नारा बुलंद किया। 20 अक्टूबर को नेहरू जी ने नेताजी सुभाष बाबू को चिट्ठी लिखी। वंदे मातरम इतना महान था, जिसकी भावना इतनी महान थी, तो फिर पिछली सदी में इसके साथ इतना बड़ा अन्याय क्यों हुआ? वंदे मातरम के साथ विश्वासघात क्यों हुआ? ये अन्याय क्यों हुआ? वो कौन सी ताकत थी जिसकी इच्छा खुद पूज्य बापू की भावनाओं पर भी भारी पड़ गई, जिसने वंदे मातरम जैसी पवित्र भावना को भी विवादों में घसीट दिया।
28 अक्टूबर 1937 में कांग्रेस की कार्य समिति ने अपने प्रस्ताव में वंदे मातरम को राष्ट्रगीत घोषित किया। उन्हीं दो अंतरों को कार्य समिति की बैठक में महात्मा गांधी जी, नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र बोस, पंडित नेहरू, आचार्य नरेंद्र देव जी, सरदार पटेल जी, गुरुदेव रविंद्रनाथ टैगोर जी सब मौजूद थे। इस प्रस्ताव के ये सभी महापुरुष इस प्रस्ताव से सहमत थे।
There were multiple such face-offs, Vasudha, which perhaps dominated the debate around Vande Mataram. But two questions to you. One, as we build up to the debate over electoral reforms, which is really the opposition's key focus, this was pretty much a concession that the opposition had given to the government, that it will allow the Vande Mataram debate before that. What was really the objective of the government today? And two, what's going to be the focus of the opposition tomorrow?
That's right, Veera. In fact, there are three big takeaways from the fierce contest debate that happened today. One, of course, is that, like you rightly pointed out, the opposition was not really reacting too much to whatever the Prime Minister or BJP MPs were saying. It just looked like they wanted to get done with today's debate so that they prepare for what is to come tomorrow, because that seems to be their main focus. In fact, just an anecdote, the Prime Minister kept calling, Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay, Bankim Da, and the TMC MPs pointed out to him that he should be calling him Bankim Babu, and he immediately corrected himself and thanked him for that correction. So that was one, moment there. Other than that, Bengal was the flavor of this debate, but the Prime Minister not just spoke a few words in Bengali, he also spoke a few words in Tamil. He recalled some of the poems and songs of Subramanya Bharatiyar, because nationalism was the larger debate here. And the third important point is, of course, the fact that the BJP wanted to prove that Indian national independence movement does not start and end with the Congress party, and that revolutionaries are very important, which is why this repeated, centering of Bankim Chandra Chattopadhyay happened. So clearly, Bengal elections in sight, but at the same time proving this point that the BJP RSS have been making forever, that the Congress is not the pivot of Indian independence movement, and that revolutionaries before the Indian National Congress and Vande Mataram specifically laid the foundation for the freedom that we finally got in 1947.
And of course, tomorrow the focus will be on the electoral reforms and the SIR debate, which is really the opposition's focus, isn't it, Vasudha?
Absolutely, Veera. In fact, Rahul Gandhi is expected to speak tomorrow on election reforms, and the opposition calls it electoral reforms, while the ruling party calls it election reforms. Ruling party MPs are going to talk about One Nation, One polls, and a lot of other things, while the opposition wants to focus on the BLO deaths and vote chori. Rahul Gandhi is going to speak tomorrow, but the highlight again is also going to be the Home Minister speaking at 12:30 or 1 o'clock tomorrow. So he starts the debate.